Hello, officially unofficial geek channel subscribers and people that happen to just stumble upon me because I put a hashtag for this character in the title of this video. So, okay, so we're here to talk about the man that cares about peace so much then he is willing to kill every man, woman, and child to get it. I am talking, of course, of Peacemaker. Peacemaker, everybody. Here we are. This is the officially unofficial geek channel. This is Flashback Fridays, and I am going to talk to you today about the first appearance of Peacemaker. Yes, guys, I read it, and I'm not talking about no DC first appearance of Peacemaker. Yes, there is one, but that's technically not his first appearance in comic books, guys. Don't know if you knew that, but I do. Okay, so check this out. So, Peacemaker, just to give you a little bit of information. I do have some notes here on this so that I don't get it wrong, because that would suck, right? So, anyways, whew. Okay, so Peacemaker made his first appearance in a comic book called The Fightin' Five. This came out in it's Fightin' Five, number 40. Okay, so the title is Fightin' Five, and it's issue 40. In November of 1966. He was this comic had a number of different tales in it, and he was one of the tales where they introduced Peacemaker. Fighting Five was an espionage team comic. Actually, to be completely honest with you, I found this out on Wikipedia. The issue 40 ended up being the next to last issue of Fighting Five. For its own issue, was canceled in number 41. Now Peacemaker actually ended up receiving its own title and lasting five issues after that. So Fighting Five, number 40, November 1966, is the moment we first get introduced to Peacemaker. Let's see here. This is cover. Let's see if I can try to show it. Kind of show it on my phone of Fighting Five, number 40. And here is the first. There we go. Okay, you can kind of see it there on my phone. The first appearance of Peacemaker. And yes, folks, he did wear that costume even back then. That is a number one appearance of Peacemaker costume. Now this is also like I said, it was a part of Fighting Five, number 40, November 1966. That's where he made his first appearance, and this was for a comic book company called Charlatan Comics. Charlatan Comics is a comic book company that does not exist anymore. Basically, what happened was, when it comes to Peacemaker, is he was eventually sold to DC Comics. Now, DC Comics did not obtain Peacemaker until as a intellectual property until the mid 1980s. Peacemaker came into being with his own little 4-issue series on DC Comics in January of 1988. That's when he made his debut with DC Comics. Yes, Christopher Smith, it was the name of the character back then in 1966 and is obviously the name of the character now. So, in that first issue of Peacemaker, you find out that Christopher Smith is a pacifist diplomat that is so committed to peace and the pursuits of peace that he has an alter ego of Peacemaker that he only lets come out, only lets do his thing when there is no other option to keep peace, when the only option for peace is to be violent. Um, and he knows that he's done everything he can to keep from being violent, and now, well, just, gosh darn it, he has to become violent. That's when we get Peacekeeper. Excuse me, not Peacekeeper, that's Batman. Peacemaker. We get Peacemaker. He puts on the helmet, he puts on the outfit, and he goes and he kicks butt for peace. For peace. And that is pretty much exactly what happens in this first appearance of Peacemaker. Christopher Smith spends a lot of the time, like it said, he is a diplomat. He is trying to avoid war, wants peace at all costs. When he finds out that war, because of the opponent, is inevitable, he's ready to go ahead and kick some butt. So you have Peacemaker come out, and Peacemaker does exactly that. Peacemaker comes out, kicks some butt, and then all is well in the end. So the portrayal of Christopher Smith and Peacemaker in 1966 fighting 5 number 40 versus now what we have with John Cena, who is undeniably, in my opinion, hilarious and a really enjoyable character actor, and probably the best choice that I can think of to play Christopher Smith and Peacemaker in this format. Admittedly, there are some differences between the characterization of Peacemaker back then and the characterization of Peacemaker now, where you have Peacemaker back then as a proper diplomat, and well cut, well rounded guy. You have the Peacemaker of now, which is a caricature of a bro, I would say, if you want to say that, a bro that is just very America, hell yeah. Um, and that is basically, there's a bit of a difference. Now, did knowing that and seeing that bit of difference there deter from my enjoyment of reading that first appearance of Peacemaker? And I will say, actually, I thought it was going to be kind of cheesy and hokey. And yes, to a point, it was cheesy and it was hokey. But when you consider the times, when you consider the place, when you consider that there's a difference, and you understand that to expect that, um, all those factors involved, to expect that, it's actually a pretty fun read for a classic comic. I did very much enjoy reading the first appearance of Peacemaker. And I'm very much also enjoying Peacemaker now on HBO and from Suicide Squad. So that's really great. It did make me curious to go ahead and read some of the stuff that actually came out. Maybe someday with Flashback Friday, I'll go ahead and I'll read some of the stuff that came out previously, for when DC finally put out their version of Peacemaker. Kind of to compare, between Peacemaker when he first came out, Peacemaker and the 1980s with the DC Comics, versus Peacemaker here in the DC EU. So that might be interesting for a future Flashback Friday. But overall, I did enjoy it. If you get the opportunity, if you like reading classic comics, please check out Fighting 5 number 40 from Charlatan Comics for the story of the first appearance of Peacemaker. So stay tuned here. That's about all there is for Peacemaker. And I will be continuing this series of Flashback Friday. I'm going to be doing a little series of first appearances So this was the first appearance of Peacemaker, and I'm thinking I'm going to do another DC first appearance of another villain coming up next week. What's other stuff we got going on the channel? We've got our weekly Spoiler-tastic weekly comic roundup that happens every Sunday. We've got collected editions Tuesday. We've got What's Up Wednesday, and this Flashback Friday, where we look at the past pop culture comics and we talk about it. So that's it for today. This has been the officially unofficial Geek channel. My name is Carrie Quinn. Please like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think of Peacemaker. Have you read the first appearance of Peacemaker in Fighting 5? Let me know what you thought of it. Let me know what you think of Peacemaker on HBO Max. I love it. Let me know what you think. And until then, I'll be seeing ya. Bye!